Mid-game is going to be a free pass, but let's say it gets into the later stages of the game. What do they have? They still have the carry.
You know, absolutely. I do like the curve on Smart Omega right now. It does feel like a very traditional lineup. And I do have to wonder about their early game power meter from both these teams. We already highlighted earlier, Idns likes to play a bit more for that early game, but here they actually have slightly more scaling heroes than you might expect.
For me, early, if we're going to talk about early game power meter, especially since they lock in this Hilda, right? That's an option they can use here, but I want to say Smart Omega has that early game potential, especially level 4, right? You got the wild charge. That's a huge stun. It's very long. And then you have Fanny, right? Anytime a Fanny is on the opposite side, if they're able to get those caves off the damage and everything else, have a good time in the jungle, it's kind of hard to match some of that damage potential. But let's say we've seen it before too. They whiff.
Going for the invades, they're looking to slow down this jungle.
Well, I guess we'll find out if that is truly going to be the case, because we now enter the Land of Dawn for the first time on day 2 of MSC 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, Smart Omega are going to be playing on the blue side, and on the opposite end, we got Idns. Will they be able to show us another upset here on the MSC stage?
Interesting. This is a Ruby jungle, right?
Oh.
I don't know about you guys, but I don't see this often.
Yeah, I don't see this often too. I would have expected Ruby probably to kind of take her time here, probably play a support position, but instantly invades start walking through, and Lois has to survive.
Oh, but he is actually able to take the orange buff. Not sure if it's going to be worth it though. First blood gonna go over to Rvn on the side of Smart Omega.
There you go. That's already starting that early game power spike I was talking about. I mean, in terms of that, you don't want to obviously give that to the Fanny, and now, you know, this could set them up for dominating the early game.
Okay. So we're expecting a more defensive playstyle, so I think Idns made a really smart decision by taking this orange buff because they can start playing even more defensively and trying to protect Angelina here. Is it going to be enough? No, they find the kill.
Yeah, that's going to be another one going the side of Smart Omega, and in the meantime, we can already see that Rvn giving them
teammates. They've seen it time after time, so right now, paired with what they have, it could be bad.
Ooh, that's a wild charge. Gonna be able to find out Zanri. He's trying to get away. Looks like he will be able to escape thanks to Lois. Zanzanzak now coming in to provide some backup, but Lois dropping real low. Rvn still on top of the turtle. Renzio dropping low, but it's the Ruby that's gonna be taken out right away. Chaknu managing to escape from the clutches, as well as Rvn secures the turtle.
I personally think that's a little bit of a misplay coming in from Lois. He could have
of the map in comparison.
See this play here down on bot side. Zanri is getting on top of Kelvin real quick, but E2 Max ready to get as the knockdown comes on through. Instantly, Zanri is taken out. The cartwheel held to the last.
First time we have seen Julian in the mid lane in MSC so far.
No, that's true. Julian in the mid lane, especially when you're up against Xavier. Xavier doesn't naturally have a lot of pushing power until he gets his first 2 items, but now the engagement begins.
Yep, that's a wild charge onto Lois to ensure the retribution, and Rvn follows it up in hands chain to keep Zanri knocked off. A free kill again, going over to Omega, and now forward to get that big burst damage isn't actually unusual nowadays, but Lois could be out of position, gets caught with the wall charge into the wall, sets up for Kilra. Zanri now coming from the back line. They will be able to find Chaknu, but they find another IZ gonna go down. Zanri in a bit of trouble, but no CC. He will be able to run away.
Yo, Fruz, the Grox, like this is when he gets to shine the most. And how? Big damn.
That's rough, but a nice I'm offended. 2-man Dawning Light. Not enough damage though. Angelina now out of mana. IZ getting some good snipes, but E2 Max,
Good movement coming in from E2 Max for now, but topside, I think, you know, Thamus isn't having much of a fun time now that they've rotated after breaking tier 1 and even threatening Turtle.
Rvn gets hooked, but still able to secure the Turtle with Retribution. IZ now out of position. Mega kill going over to Rvn. Lois now getting caught out by E2 Max with the 2-man enhanced chain. Dawning Light not going to matter at all, as Lois is now the target carry, even managing to pick off the tower in the mid lane. Killing spree going over to E2 Max.
This is
Really loving the rotations from Smart Omega now, and we can see Ryzen instantly going in. He has his eyes on the Xavier and will be able to claim his prize. Now Keldra going in, the massive damage secures the enemy gold laner. Ryzen even taking the tower aggro for a short while charge, unfortunately, going to miss.
For the checkmate, 2 as tier 2 now getting threatened.
Chaknu trying to go for the wild charge, but gets stopped by the I'm Offended. E2 Max onto Sun in the side. The Dawning Light literally doing no damage at this point as Chaknu finds the wild charge onto the hill. That's Zanri gonna go down to Keldra. Unstoppable streak. Renzio taking most of the heat as Sun wants to find something, but Idns
this game from ending.
I guess we'll see. Chaknu coming in, looking for the play with the Conceal Lord, already breaking down mid inhib, top inhib, falling to E2 Max as well. Smart Omega want to break this right open, but the Lord is cleared out. Renzio doing a lot of damage to Angelina in the back line. E2 Max gonna miss the chain, not quite enough to finish off Izzy as Chaknu finds the 2-man wild charge, monster kill, going over to Keldra. They find 1, they find 2. IDNS is breaking apart, and the crystal is going to fall in favor of Smart Omega.
Well, there it is. That was the moment he was waiting for, and it was actually just inevitable. It was about time. The lead was massive for Smart Omega, and they just ended the